Hi, I'm Jim.
Hi, I'm Bill.
And we are the Foodie Brothers. What are you doing tonight here, Bill?
Today we're going to do some homemade pesto made with some fresh basil and a little bit of garlic bread for the side dish. And we're going to chow down tonight.
Let's get cooking.
Yum, yum. Okay, to start, we're going to talk about the ingredients. We have approximately 2 heads of fresh basil that I kept in the refrigerator. If you want to store it in the refrigerator for a couple days, put it in a plastic cup with some water, put the stems in, cover it with a nice plastic bag. As you can see, all the moisture that retains in there, it stays fresh about 3 or 4 days in your refrigerator.
Now, I know you grow it in the yard in the summertime. Is it pretty easy to get it this time of year?
It's actually pretty hard to get it this time of year. You're always better off getting it in the summertime because actually the heat of the summer makes the basil a lot more pungent. So if you're making it in the winter time, depending on where it comes from, it may not be as pungent.
How about pine nuts? Hard to find?
Pine nuts are easy to find. That's the next ingredient. You get them at any ShopRite or Restaurant Depot or even Kirkland, as you can see, Costco. Buy it in bulk.
BJ's probably.
Any one of those
Italian
places.
Food Supply.
Also in this recipe is Parmesan Reggiano.
Reggiano, the good stuff. 24 months?
Yes, the 24 months. If you can find it, that's the good stuff.
Okay.
And a couple cloves of garlic.
Just a couple.
I always add a little bit of fresh spinach because it adds a little healthy touch to the meal, and
it's a little different.
It makes it a little bit greener also too. We're going to do it over penne pasta.
Beautiful.
Of course, salt and pepper, and olive oil is the other last ingredient.
All right, so we're going to start by doing what?
We're going to start by doing the toasting of the pine nuts.
All right, let's get to what are we doing now? We're toasting the pine nuts.
Yes, we're lightly toasting the pine nuts, as you can see.
Oh, they smell good.
Until they get lightly brown. Okay, and that'll bring out the caramelization, make them nice and sweet.
So is it true that pine nuts really do come from pine trees?
Yeah, pine nuts come from the pine cones of the pine tree, the little seeds inside the pine tree, pine cone.
Interesting. And where does the word pesto come from?
Pesto actually comes from this apparatus right here. You have a mortar and a pestle. In the old days, they would put the basil and the garlic and everything in there, a little salt, and
slowly squish
use
it
the
up.
pesto and mash it up, and that's where the term pesto sauce comes from.
I always thought they just used that at a drugstore. Oh,
as you can see, we got some nice toasted pine nuts.
All right, so what do you got?
Okay, first step is we got all the fresh basil, 2 good heads of fresh basil.
Nicely washed.
In the food processor. And we're going to give that a whirl. Okay. Actually, you want to put a little bit of salt in there now. That'll help it break down a little bit. Top on. Give it a couple of pulses. Of olive oil in to get it going because it'll hang up if you don't. Next step is give yourself a decent amount of EVO, organic extra virgin olive oil. Get that going in there. Take that emulsion, make it into a sauce. So it starts to get nice and creamy. Now you're going to add your garlic cloves.
You're going to add the spinach in?
Yep, we're going to add the spinach now. A little more salt.
And spin it up again.
And of course a little fresh cracked pepper. And we'll get it going again. Alright, now we're going to be adding the Parmesan Reggiano cheese, a little at a time. Through the hopper. Make sure it doesn't come back at you. We're going to add the pine nuts. Nice toasted pine nuts. A little more olive oil.
Give it another buzz cut.
Give it another buzz.
And that is the finished product there, huh?
There you go.
Smooth.
Nice homemade pesto.
All right, let's get the pasta going and top this off.
Yes, indeed.
Dinner time.
Okay, now we got the finished pesto. We got the finished pasta, approximately 1.5 pounds, 2 pounds. And you want to start adding a little bit of the pesto, most of the pesto. I think this is a little too much for this dish, but we'll see how it goes. And just stir the regular pesto. You don't cook the pesto.
So it's just a cold pesto into the hot pasta.
Cold pesto and a hot pasta. And then you could adjust your...
Now, is this a good pasta for pesto, or can you have spaghetti or linguine?
This is penne. And penne's got ridges on it, so it's gonna accumulate the sauce around
Holds it a little bit better.
I could see that it may need a little bit of olive oil, so at this point you give it a little extra VVO virgin olive oil and give it a stir. And I think we got it. I think we got it.
All right, let's plate it and then eat it.
Okay, now we're gonna plate the dish.
Oh, looking good.
Is that enough for you, Buck?
Beautiful color. One more.
One more?
There we go.
How's
That's a
that?
foodie portion right there.
Oh wait, we gotta give it a little garnish here.
Oh my God, a pine tree. Oh, a piece of basil. Sorry.
There we go. The
Oh,
finished dish.
fresh Parmesan on top, though. No.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
A little bit of fresh
Oh,
Parmesan.
We gotta get the roto-rooter here going.
The corkscrew there. Get some of that fresh grated on top.
Absolutely.
Now that's looking perfect.
Pasta and pesto with
Delicioso.
Reggiano Parmesan.
Que rico. All right, good. And what do we got? A little side of
A little garlic bread with some fresh mousse on top.
that'll go perfectly on the side.
Gotta have a little bread with your pasta.
Love
Try
it.
here. We got
Most important part.
future foodie Nick here, my nephew here.
How's it going?
My son Nick.
Go ahead, Nick. Dig in.
Dig in. Let me know. Don't eat it all
Go
though.
ahead. Take a mouthful.
I love that pesto flavor.
You like that pesto, huh?
I think it needs just a little bit of EVO.
Oh, just a little bit. All right, let me get a sample. Sorry.
There you go. Can you taste the basil?
Absolutely. It's
Can
the
you-
basil that really does it even more than the pine nuts.
Can you taste the Parmesan?
Yes.
I gotta
Parmesan,
get one more.
basil. You know, the pine nuts almost become like a subtle flavor in the background. I thought
Absolutely.
the toasted nuts would be more.
And you could use walnuts, but I think pine nuts have a better flavor.
Oh, that is so simple, so easy if you have the ingredients. The pine nuts, 5 months in the freezer, buy a big bag, save it. This is a delicious, easy to make at home. You'll look like a fantastic cook for your family. Try it, make it, and let us know.
Not hard to do.
The
One,
Foodie
two,
Brothers
three.
love it.
And we recommend it.
Yes, it's a great, great dish for you to try at home. And email us and let us know what you think and what other dishes you'd like us to make for you, and we will show you.
We'll try our best
All right,
to
thank you.
accommodate you.